But here's the truth. Most mortgage brokers are destroying their own marketing without even realizing it. And the scary part is, it's not obvious. See, you could be posting every day, doing what you think is marketing, and still never get a single client or any form of traction from your content. You're posting generic what's LMI videos that get zero engagement. You're trying to sell in every single piece of content, and you're wondering, why aren't these videos working? That's why in today's video, I'm going to share the 6 laws of content marketing for mortgage brokers that I would give to you after spending thousands of hours refining strategies for brokers, doing as little as 20 mil per year, all the way up to multi-billion-dollar brokerages. I'll show you a step-by-step blueprint on how to build your own content marketing strategy using the same laws that have helped me generate thousands of bookings for brokers this year alone. I'm going to give you 6 practical things that you can and should implement from today that will fundamentally change the way you approach your brokerage's marketing strategy forever. Law 1 is education converts better than selling. Think about it. When you're scrolling on social media, what do you do when you see a piece of content that screams, buy my stuff now? Exactly. You scroll past it immediately. Your brain's being conditioned to see it as a sales pitch and completely ignore it. Nobody wants to be sold to on social media. They either want to be educated, entertained, or inspired. So the more value you give up front without asking for anything in return, the more people will naturally lean towards you and follow your stuff. And ultimately, when the time comes to make a decision, they'll choose you as their broker. The goal of your content's not to sell alone. That's what your ads are for. Your content should be the answer to every question that your potential client might have. For example, what's the best way to use an offset account if I have 3 properties and 100K cash? Or why do people preach about having interest-only loans on investment properties? Now, of course, you probably want to dig a little bit deeper in your own content, but you get the idea. When you answer these questions in an easy to understand way, you become a trusted advisor and a personable figure that someone feels like they can reach out to after a few months of watching your content. So next time you're making content, I want you to adopt this mindset. I want to provide so much value to this person through my videos that it would be unreasonable for them to not check out more of my content. So the first takeaway I want to engrave in your head is that you're not a broker trying to sell a loan, you're a broker trying to educate a potential client. That's how you should run your content. Law number 2 is quality over quantity, always. I see so many brokers posting 2, 3, even 4 times a day, but the content is just surface level rubbish. Now the mortgage content space is filled with a lot of the same generic clutter, which is actually really good news for you because it makes it ridiculously easy to stand out. Now I've tested every posting pattern imaginable over the last few years. I've tried posting twice a day, 3 times a day, twice a week, all of it. But the pattern that outperformed the most was simply just posting every second day. See, you're much better off creating 15 incredibly well-researched, value-packed videos that give someone a genuine aha moment rather than 60 pieces of random fluff that's going to clutter someone's feed and annoy them. And when they scroll past your content after only watching 5% of the video, the algorithm sees that and it kills the reach of your videos. A good way to look at it for some of my Australian viewers is look at Home and Away. They have more than 8,500 episodes and create crappy content that no one really watches. Whereas shows like Game of Thrones or Squid Games have taken the time to create quality content that's broken record within a few months of release. So I want you to spend that extra time creating a quality video that will genuinely help someone. You don't need to post every day. You just need to post with intention and always have the viewer in mind when you're making your content. Now, law number 3 is arguably the most unknown one. You need to invest in reach and awareness. Trying to grow your business organically on social media is genuinely setting yourself up for years of hard work and stress. Now, of course, it's possible, but it's going to take forever. To give you a rough time frame, probably 2 to 3 years. Whereas if you spend as little as $30 a day, you might get to that same position in 8 to 12 months. So if you're serious about building an impressive business with a decent sized following, you need to start investing some of your marketing budget into building awareness and paying for more reach. As I said, it's not something that's spoken about much, but a lot of the top brokers and people in the property industry spend big dollars to push their highest performing content out even further, which at the end of the day is exactly what you should be doing. You already know it worked organically, so why not push it out even further with a couple $100? And just a quick side note to be clear, I'm not talking about boosting posts. That's literally the fastest way to burn money now with the new financial services regulation that Meta introduced earlier this year in February. But that's a video for another day. I promise I'll make a video in the future showing you how to set up your awareness ads to reach a few 100,000 people with less than $400. So remember, the goal is to get people to recognize you, follow you, and then see you as the authority in your field. Once they're in your ecosystem, the trust building begins. Now, law number 4 is to prioritize your personal brand. Your business model is literally a B2C service-based business. People want to transact with someone that they know, like, and trust, especially when it comes to arguably the biggest purchase of their life. I can tell you this with utmost certainty that 99% of your clients will stalk you online before they even reach out to you. So if your social media is a faceless business page, you need to switch it now. Or at the very least, start posting videos of yourself on that business page. Law number 5, consistency is everything. The content world moves at the speed of light. You can't just post once, disappear for 2 months, and then come back. People need to be consistently seeing your face over a short period of time before they even start to recognize who you are. The data shows it takes at least 13 touch points before someone begins to recognize you. And that's not to like you or trust you, that's just to recognize your face as a familiar person on social media. So if you post a few videos and then quit for 4 months, you're back at square one. And in that time you were gone, they've probably scrolled through thousands of pieces of content and you're no longer top of mind. And again, just to be clear, consistency isn't about spamming. It's about showing up reliably and building a habit of providing value so people know they can count on you for solid information. And last law number 6, is knowing your audience. Now this one really depends where you're at in your career, and it's probably more important if you're a newer broker and you don't have a big team working for you. If you have multiple brokers that all handle different niches and you have an established client base, then this one isn't as important. Now the fastest way to get ignored is to try and make content for everyone. The brokers who win are the ones that double down on a niche and become the single best resource for a specific type of client. So if your ideal client's a property investor, then 90% of your content should be about investment loans, structuring, and tax strategies. You don't need to waste your time speaking about first home buyer grants. And on the other end, if your audience is young couples buying their first place, then your content should be obsessed with budgeting tips, saving strategies, and simplifying the jargon. Because when you speak directly to your ideal client's problems, your content gets attention from the right people. People that will eventually reach out to you when they feel like the time is right because they know, like, and trust you. So there you have it, the 6 laws of content marketing for mortgage brokers. If you can successfully implement these 6 principles into your brokerage, you'll start building up a reputable brand in no time. And please understand, this will not be an overnight process. Now, if you need help implementing these laws or you just want someone to do it for you, you can click the link in the description and you can book in a time to chat directly with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you want me to make content on a certain topic, just leave a comment below or DM me and I'll make a video for you.